Ever felt the need for a spot of psychotic, no-holds-barred death and destruction on a grand scale? Well, Ocean's conversion of the awesome Cabal coin-op has all that, and more. The story is simple really, and as a one-man army, you have to play a major part in the war against terrorism, and fight your way through 5 levels of violence, blood and guts. Each level consists of 4 screens, all running amok with enemy soldiers, tanks, armoured personnel carriers, choppers, jets, the lot. Then there's you, stood at the bottom of it all, taking pot shots at literally anything that moves. As you run around, a crosshair flies around the screen in time with your joystick movements, but luckily 4 times faster than the main sprites. By holding down fire, your man stops running and starts shooting, and the only thing that carries on moving is the crosshair. Even so, this doesn't stop the bad guys from firing at you, so the only real way to survive is to keep on moving, which is hard to do if you want to keep on firing. As you play each level, you'll find that there are lots of things to destroy. The easiest to kill are the basic enemy soldiers who run on screen, take a shot, and then run off the other side of the screen. Slightly more difficult are the grenade throwers, who, dressed in white, roll along the floor when you shoot at them and take a couple of shots to kill. Oddly enough, there was a separately developed Commodore 64 version in the US that is a considerably inferior port with overall slower action and somewhat cruddier graphics, but this is still a decent game, so definitely check that out too. It's crazy to discover these USA EU variants all these years later, as we just never got access to these versions back in the day, unless lucky enough to have a copy from a schoolyard chum. Back to the UK version then, and even more things to blast. Tanks and APCs roll out onto the screen, pause for a while, and then launch high-powered rockets. These take a lot of gunfire to destroy, or you can toss a grenade or 3, but be mindful as grenades are limited. There are airborne nasties such as the aeroplanes that bomb you, and the helicopter gunships that fly onto the screen, hover in the air, and then strafe the ground. As well as these, there are also bits of scenery that can be blown up. Bring this lot together, and you've got a pretty destructive game. Thrown out of the wreckage come icons to land at the bottom of the screen. Walk over to pick up extra points, grenades, or mega weapons, such as a bazooka or a machine gun, which will give you a temporary firepower boost, but will be lost if you are killed. The aim of the game is to destroy so many enemies that the blue 4 bar at the bottom of the screen turns completely blood red. A particularly funny part on the arcade version was that once you filled this bar, you'd do a funny dance off screen, signalling the end of the level. Or maybe he just has a very strange way of running. Not sure. As with a couple of the coin-op conversions, the simultaneous 2-player option was dropped, and this was a disappointment. But it's thankfully made up for by the awesome gameplay, which requires great hand-to-eye reflexes to get rid of the baddies, while at the same time avoiding the pure onslaught of return fire being sent in your direction. Pretty frantic action. Cabal is an addictive blast, which is best likened to Operation Wolf but without the scrolling. Fans of the arcade game will have been pretty impressed with this conversion, and therefore I'm definitely going to give a massive thumbs up and recommend that you get this one loaded up on your Commodore 64. Thanks for watching guys. Hopefully you'll enjoy this game as much as I do, and you'll hit the like button and let me know your memories with Cabal in the comments section. Another cracking game for the computer we all grew up with. And if you're enjoying this Commodore 64 nostalgia, then please consider subscribing to the channel, where we continue this epic journey down memory lane. With plenty more games on the channel playlist and more coming up next, it'd be great for you to join me and see what memories we can unlock. Hopefully, I'll see you in the next one. Until then, bye for now.